Hey, good morning, traders. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Make Money Day Trading YouTube channel. I don't know what it is. You know why you're here. Anyhow, what's going on? We're looking at the 240 here on the MES Mini. And this is interesting, right? After all that collapse, all this stuff that's going on in politics, we're starting to see some buyers step up, right? Buyers are stepping up. And they're just doing their thing. Up, down, up, down, up, down. They'll do their thing. But it's good to see some direction coming out of this part here. We have the kill zone here, and kind of a pressure cooker reading there. I'll just push all that in there, and we'll see how that reacts. Could be a pullback down into here somewhere. I like to look at this is the 240, just to get a feel for the overall, health of the market. And I say health, I say, which way is it going? It's kind of like a swing right there. Your minor swings in between, right? So I like to just start my day by getting an idea of what the overall picture looks like. And this way we can fine tune ourselves as we look for our trades throughout the day. Go here. So what are we doing here? So I got them mixed up. I like to put the 2,000 up, and I like to put the 750, because I like to have the 2,000 kind of a little bit bigger horizon, right? Something like that. Because I like to trade small. I like to trade in the trenches. I like to trade in a way that keeps my, so what I'll do is this. I look at this overall picture, and this is too much information for me, right? And we just saw that on the other, good time scroll, because that's going to be, it's going to show up on the other side. But we can map out our swings here, right? And just get an idea of where we're at, right? We've broken through this pressure cooker. And now, I remember before when I told you guys that you can buy the low and just hold on. I mean, it's not a setup. I mean, it's really simple. You buy the low right here, right? Buy that. You're making money on the bigger structures. Who knows? I like the bigger structures. That was a bad example. So now at least I have this concept in my mind, right? This is where I'm like, okay, we've pushed through this here, and now I'm up into here, and I can come back over here. Oh yeah, throw this on. So now you can see how, like, when I'm here, looking to the right, you can see that I'm climbing up over here. I'm not even, there you go, right? So that kind of stuff. So all I'm trying to do is look for our impulse leg that creates a shelf, and it gives us a wash. Tests the high, and gives us a 3-to-1 trade. That's it. It's so simple and just basic, but there's so many people on the internet selling you something that you're going to make. I mean, yeah, you can make $1,000 a day doing this, not a problem. you have other problems, right? Which is keeping it, maintaining yourself, understanding why this works, right? And the more I look at this now, I mean, you could have bought any of these, this hard down and this hard up, right? You see that there? See this go all the way up like that? That's what I'm looking for. This one here, okay, but you put your stop right here off this shelf here, you're stopped out. This guy just ran these stops. That's all he did. So when it does it again, well, gives you that, gives you that, gives you that, and then one last hurrah. And that's really the one that we want to catch. This is the one. But you don't know what's going to happen until, it goes through. And ultimately, when you're doing this, you just have to come in here with your stop and just be like, I'm just gonna park right here and just wait to see what happens, because sometimes it's one shot. This time it's one, two, three, four, five, six, almost 7 opportunities to buy that shelf, which is crazy. But good, now you're learning something about the market. Now you're learning something about price. I don't know if we're learning anything about the market, but we're learning about price. So then we follow this impulse leg up, right? Goes up to this guy. And then it comes across here. There's nothing. This is just a whatever impulse, right? Find your shelf. You see this here? You're getting cleaned out, buddy. Now, you can look at this and say that's a hard down, right? We have this hard down coming in here, right? But on the upside, there's not a lot to it. And I noticed that you get a little bounce off the retest of this thing here, and then it just crushes you. This is your wash, this here. And ultimately, I'm going to say, if you're going to trade this, right, this is where, because you have a hard down on this side, and you have a hard up on this side. You have a hard up here too. Did a little double up. This is your stop. So if I'm going to trade this here, I'm going to line up like this and wait for something over here with a stop underneath this guy. Give it a little room, and that's a perfect trade. How many of those do you want a week? I need 3. 3 would be perfect. That's all you need, bud. So out of all the stuff, out of all the noise, out of everything that people are talking about, you just need this setup 3 times a week to make your living, to do whatever it is you want to do with your life. That's all I'm saying. You just have to get good at seeing this. That's the hard part. So that's why we practice. That's why we show up every day. That's why we're doing this stuff. So what happened on Friday? I didn't trade. I just haven't been into it. My schedule's so screwy right now. It's giving me a tough time. But it doesn't mean I'm not looking every day and I'm not trying to put something together. We have a beautiful, this is basically the day. I mean, look at what you're dealing with, right? From 9 o'clock until noon, it's garbage, right? That's, you're better off trading the overnights than you are trading this stuff. That's not a reason to go trade the overnights. Don't take that as advice. But I'm just saying, I'm not, I can't get, what am I going to do? Where's the, what are we hiding behind? I don't want to chase in here and do all this little stuff. This is just rinky-dink, blow your cash kind of stuff. But this does shape up, right? It does play out. Once you get here, right, after you test this here, this kind of is a wash. It gives you an entry right here, right? But it's the end of the day. Who wants to trade at the end of the day? If you're down here below this guy, you made it, right? This coil looks like it might be the controlling coil, but you're not. Who's got time? I don't have time for that. I'd rather just skip it and move on to something that I want to, I can get behind. And that's why I've got the 2000 chart out here, because this guy here gives me perspective of time, right? So where are we at? This is where we're at the other day, where I highlighted this whole thing, right? Is that right? Is that right? Yeah. So it's right in there, and then it pounces into there, gives us this little guy here. Yeah. This is where we're at, right? Give us a nice run after we're done. People are buying it up, so that's good. But yeah, it's just hard to trade right here. For day traders, you want to get in, you want to get out, go to lunch, go to pickleball, whatever it is you're doing in your life, that's where you're at. But that's okay because you're reading price. You're reading, you're not, you're here for a different reason than just get, all we're here to do is make money, dude. Just, go buy lottery tickets. Telling you, man. Telling you, man. It's not. It's hard to describe. It's not an easy business, but it's not hard. The hard part is just waiting around for this stuff to happen, in my opinion. Just waiting for the right market conditions to appear so you can say, oh, okay, I got this. And that's one of my downsides is that I try to make some things happen when it shouldn't, which is, the learning process. How am I going to get better at my trade? How am I going to get better at my craft? How am I going to get better at this whole thing? This is hard to trade right here, guys. Right? This is just, it went from trading hard to trading hard. So, but I like the flow. I like the way that's moving up. That'll do it for you. Let's see. We got news for the week. Let's see. We got. Just check it out real quick. We've got Monday, French, Flash manufacturing. So we got some stuff coming up in an hour. Remember, we're not trading until like 7:15 to about 11. There's plenty of time to trade in there. And all you're looking for is 1 to 2 trades. And if you miss one, don't worry about it. Come back tomorrow. You're going to be here a long time. I can tell you after a decade of doing this, or just about, it took me a long time to get really good at what it is I'm doing. Because most of the time you want to make money and then you bust your butt to try and figure out how to do it, and then you just got to stick with it. Really, the only thing, most things in life. I don't see a whole lot going on there. Thursday, we've got some final stuff coming up. Unemployment claims. We have stuff on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Unemployment claims? No. So yeah, stick between like USC penny home sales at 7:00, 7:30 natural gas. Like things are going to be kicking around just as they usually do in the 7:00 hour. So we're above this major swing, so I could see how price could come, fill this gap, come somewhere down in here maybe, and you can see on this side over here, it's got this kind of like, see this here, how it catches them and it zooms them, and it just, there's a lot of business going on here, and you can see it caught a little bit of resistance in there, and then it starts doing this thing. It'll even out. It'll get better. It'll get more flowy. But right now, everyone's nervous. No one knows what's going on. I mean, the United States is terrifying everybody. Good grief. All right, traders. Hey, send me your trades. Ask me your questions if you got anything going on. Appreciate the ones that did. Yeah. Hang in there, guys.